Coachella 2026 wasn't just a music festival, it was a funeral for the old era of pop. While the industry giants spent years trying to maintain their grip on the desert, three women, Sabrina Carpenter, Lisa, and a fan-turned icon named Billie Eilish, just executed a coordinated takeover that changed the social hierarchy forever. From multi-million-dollar stage sets that rivaled Hollywood movie lots, to a 20-year-old corset that signaled a literal passing of the torch, the weekend was less about the music and more about a calculated shift in power. The shift began the moment the Sabrinawood sign flickered to life over the California desert. For most artists, a Coachella set is a chance to perform. For Sabrina Carpenter, it was a $10 million branding exercise designed to prove she's moved beyond the opening act era. Every inch of the stage was curated, from the retro-futuristic vanity sets to the Sabrinawood sign itself, which served as a massive billboard for her new aesthetic. But as the neon lights went up, the internet was already trying to tear her down. The Zagruda controversy, a viral misunderstanding of a traditional Middle Eastern celebratory cheer, had already put Sabrina's guest, Zara Larsson, in the crosshairs of a fan revolt. While TikTok detectives were busy arguing over a 15-second clip and accusing stars of being out of touch, the industry masters knew it was the perfect smokescreen for the real play. While the comment sections were fighting, Sabrina was executing a move 2 decades in the making. When Madonna stepped onto that stage, the atmosphere didn't just change, it shifted the entire power dynamic of the festival. This wasn't a standard surprise guest appearance. Madonna was wearing her exact original purple corset, boots, and Gucci jacket from her own 2006 Coachella debut. However, the story took a dark turn just hours after the set ended. Madonna took to Instagram to reveal her entire archival outfit has officially gone missing. She's now offering a massive, unspecified reward for its return, claiming the pieces are part of her history. Whether it was a heist or a heist-themed PR move, the message was clear. Sabrina's takeover was expensive, it was calculated, and it was only the first shot fired in a weekend that was about to get much more complicated. While Sabrina was building a physical city in the desert, Lisa was busy conquering the digital one. In what many are calling the most efficient power move in Coachella history, the Blackpink superstar appeared for exactly 2 minutes during Anima's closing set. If you were standing in the Sahara tent, you saw a massive screen and a high-energy cameo. But if you were watching the official YouTube livestream, you were seeing a completely different show. Lisa and the Anima team utilized cutting-edge, real-time augmented reality overlays that only existed for the digital viewer. Giant, hyper-realistic AI avatars of Lisa towered over the desert, interacting with the stage in ways that were physically impossible. Lisa was effectively telling the world that to see her real power, you have to be tuned into her digital frequency. But why only 2 minutes? In 2026, the currency of a global icon isn't time, it's scarcity. The strategy worked. Within seconds of her exit, searches for Anima Lisa AI and Lisa Coachella avatar spiked by over 4,000%, overshadowing full-hour sets from veteran headliners. However, as the digital dust settled on Lisa's AI takeover, a much more human, much more emotional drama was unfolding backstage, one that involved a childhood idol, a terrified superstar, and a mastermind named Hailey Bieber. While the headlines were dominated by Sabrina's stage and Lisa's AI, the true emotional heart of the weekend was found in a moment that felt entirely unplanned. During Justin Bieber's Weekend 2 headlining set, the Canadian icon revived his most nostalgic tradition, the One Less Lonely Girl serenade. But this time, the girl on the stool wasn't a random fan, it was Billie Eilish. For years, the narrative surrounding the Biebers had been one of intense scrutiny and public drama. But at Coachella 2026, Hailey Bieber executed a masterclass in brand redemption. Eyewitness footage reveals that as the first notes of One Less Lonely Girl began, it was actually Hailey who pushed a terrified, visibly sobbing Billie Eilish toward the stage. Billie, who famously grew up with posters of Justin on her walls and once worried she'd never love a real boyfriend as much as her idol, was frozen in shock. By sacrificing what many fans assumed would be her moment on stage, Hailey didn't just give Billie a dream-come-true experience. She effectively rebranded the Bieber name. Billie's reaction was raw. She collapsed in laughter and tears, sat overwhelmed on that stool, and later posted a tear-rimmed selfie with the caption, "Can't stop crying." It was a full-circle moment that began at Coachella 2019 and reached its peak in 2026. But as the Biebers and Eilish shared that embrace, it served as a rare moment of genuine connection in a weekend defined by a much harsher social divide. While that hug was happening on the main stage, a different kind of reality was playing out just a few hundred yards away in the ultra-exclusive VIP compounds. Nowhere was this wealth gap more obvious than in the viral receipts of influencer Sophie Rain. In what many are calling the ultimate Richchella flex, Sophie broke down her staggering $193,000 bill for the 3-day weekend. Her expenses included nearly $68,000 for 12 artist passes, a $37,000 private jet, and a last-minute $83,000 Airbnb after her original booking fell through just days before the event. Sophie was open about the spending, explaining that after growing up in poverty, she wanted to go all out for her first desert experience. But as Sophie and the Bop House crew documented their luxury compound and private travel, a different trend called Coachella was taking over TikTok. On the other side of the barricades, regular attendees were sharing videos of $18 water bottles, collapsed tents in the dust storms, and survival mode camping setups. The contrast created a massive backlash online, with fans calling the $83,000 housing insensitive. Coachella has more than ever transitioned into a two-tier society, a high-stakes playground for the ultra-rich and a dusty endurance test for everyone else. But as the neon lights of Sabrinawood dim and the private jets depart, Coachella 2026 has left us with a new reality. Sabrina, Lisa, and Billie didn't just perform, they staged a takeover. They proved the old rules of fame are officially dead. Now, the only question is how long this new guard can hold on to it.